Every journey begins in the cold silence. Here, at precisely -2 degrees Celsius.
The first touch. Gloved hands trained to feel not just weight, but quality.
Each package tells a story. This label, New Zealand grass-fed, lot 247, the journey documented.
The seal is the first defense. Any imperfection here compromises everything that follows.
The journey continues. From cold storage to the warmth of transformation.
Behold the marbling, nature's artwork. Each line of fat a promise of flavor, of tenderness, of perfection.
Behold the marbling, nature's artwork. Each line of fat a promise of flavor, of tenderness, of perfection.
Now liberated from its packaging, the primal reveals its true character. Every muscle fiber, every line of fat, ready for transformation.
This is the language of quality. Each line of fat is a translator, converting heat into flavor, ensuring tenderness with every bite. The first cut is the most important. It sets the standard for everything that follows. Precision begins with intention.
Like a sculptor revealing form within marble, the trimmer removes only what must go, preserving every ounce of flavor.
Nothing is wasted. What is trimmed becomes tallow or supplement for ground products. Every gram has purpose.
See this shiny bluish area? That's the silver skin. I'll trace where we need to trim it off the muscle.
This is surgical precision. The blade must find the exact plane between tissue and meat, preserving every precious gram.
When done perfectly, the silver skin comes away like parchment from a page, leaving the muscle completely undisturbed.
With the primal cleaned and prepared, the stage is set for the main event, the transformation into individual steaks.
Enter the maestro of consistency, the bandsaw. Set to cut with precision measured in millimeters, not inches.
300 teeth, each sharper than a surgeon's scalpel. Each revolution promises identical thickness, identical perfection.
Alignment is everything. The laser shows where the blade will travel, ensuring each steak follows the natural grain.
The moment of transformation. What was one becomes two, then three, then many-dis, each identical to the last. This is the rhythm of production. Not rushed, not slow. The perfect tempo for perfect results.
Approved for weight, now each steak receives individual attention. Final touches by skilled hands.
Temperature is monitored at every stage. 3.2 degrees, perfectly within the safe zone, preserving freshness without freezing.
Marbling is quantified, scored, documented. This steak falls in the modest to moderate range, what the USDA calls choice, what chefs call perfection.
The official mark of quality, USDA Choice, a designation earned through meticulous breeding, feeding, and now processing.
Perfection requires exclusion. The system self-corrects, removing anything that doesn't meet the standard, ensuring only the best proceed. The approved accumulate. A mosaic of marbling, a gallery of quality. Each steak identical yet unique in its natural patterning.
38.1, 38.0, 38.2. The batch meets consistency standard.
Every batch documented, every parameter recorded. This paper trail ensures accountability from primal to package.
The final guardian of freshness. This machine will seal each steak in a perfect environment, removing air, locking in quality. The air disappears, pulled away to create a perfect environment. Oxygen is the enemy of freshness, and here it is banished.
A permanent bond created by heat and pressure. This seal will maintain integrity for weeks, ensuring the steak within remains perfect. The first perfect package. Clear view of the product, airtight seal, ready for labeling, and its journey to the consumer.
And again. Consistency is not accidental. It's engineered, practiced, perfected. This is production at scale. Not mass production, but precision production. Each unit receiving identical care. A collection of perfection. Each package identical yet unique in its natural marbling pattern. Each seal a promise kept.
The final touch, the label. Not just information, but story, brand, and instructions for the perfect meal. Perfect alignment. The label becomes part of the package, telling the story of what's inside and how to enjoy it at its best.
Each label, each application, identical to the last. This is the rhythm of branding, of information, of completion. Pattern emerges. Order from individual units. A geometric satisfaction that speaks to the care in every step.
Sealed for protection, for security, for journey. The tape completes the package, ready for its next destination.
The second layer begins, interlocked with the first. This brickwork pattern creates stability that will survive transportation. One final inspection. The wrap must be tight but not restrictive, complete but not excessive. This pallet passes all criteria. The journey continues. From production to preservation, the cold chain remains unbroken. These steaks will arrive as fresh as they left.
Here, in the heart of cold storage, time stands still. Each pallet. The nervous system of cold storage. Sensors in every zone, reporting every half degree, ensuring the chain remains unbroken. The call comes. An order from a premium steakhouse requiring immediate dispatch. Our pallet is selected. From the operator's perspective, the retrieval begins. The forklift becomes an extension of the system, fetching what was stored for this moment.
Retrieved with surgical precision, the pallet leaves its temporary home, beginning the final leg of its journey from production to plate.
The mobile cold room awaits. Pre-chilled, monitored, organized, ready to maintain the perfect environment for the journey ahead. The transfer is complete. From warehouse floor to truck bed, the pallet takes its place among others, each destined for the same premium table, secured against the rigors of the road. Load bars ensure no shifting, no damage, no compromise during transit.
Temperature validated once more. The cold chain remains unbroken, from production through storage to now, the moment of departure.
The paperwork trail, signed, verified, transferred. Responsibility passes from production to transport. And so it begins. The journey from production to plate, from factory to fork, from our care to the customers.
The route is set, optimized for efficiency, for safety, for temperature maintenance. Every turn calculated, every minute accounted for.
On the highway, in the flow of commerce, the truck becomes a mobile sanctuary, preserving perfection at speed. Time passes, miles unwind. The truck moves through changing light, through evening into night. The destination appears. City lights against the night, the final miles, the culmination of the journey from pasture to plate.
Right on time, 1758. The truck arrives at the service entrance, the hidden gateway where quality meets cuisine.
The seal is broken. The journey's security verified. The chain of custody confirmed.
Minus 1.3 degrees. The cold chain held. From factory to truck to now, the temperature never wavered, the quality never compromised.
Transferred from transport to kitchen, the journey ends here, where preservation becomes preparation, where product becomes ingredient.
The chef's inspection, the final quality gate. Each box, each seal, each label examined by the expert who will transform this into dining experience.
The reveal in its final context. The packaging that protected now gives way, presenting the product to the hands that will prepare it.
The chef's approval, the final judgment. This marbling, this color, this quality meets.
And so the circle completes, from pasture to package to plate. What began as careful breeding ends the final preparation. A chef's hands adding only what enhances, never masks. Salt to amplify. The pan reaches perfect temperature, 400 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to create the Maillard reaction, that magical transformation where heat meets protein.
The moment of transformation. Heat meets marbling, creating hundreds of flavor compounds.
The crust develops, that perfect combination of caramelized sugars and proteins that will provide texture, flavor, and visual appeal.
The flip, timed perfectly. The first side reveals its perfection, while the second begins its own transformation. The rest is as important as the cook. Juices redistribute, fibers relax, temperature equalizes, transforming good into great.
The stage is set. Warm plate, simple accompaniments, everything designed to highlight.
The presentation, simple, elegant, intentional. Every element placed with purpose, creating not just a meal, but an experience.
Order up! The handoff, from creation to service, from chef to guest. The journey that began months ago on pasture now reaches its final steps.
The ribeye, as requested.
The reveal. Perfect medium rare, the temperature where tenderness, juiciness, and flavor achieve harmony.
After creation comes restoration. The kitchen resets, cleans, prepares, not just for the next service, but in respect for the craft itself. The cycle is unbroken. As one delivery completes, another begins. And at the beginning, it starts again. New raw materials, same exacting standards. New day, same commitment to perfection.
For the chef, it's not just cooking. It's being the final guardian of quality.
Behind every perfect steak are hands that care, eyes that inspect, minds that problem solve.
True quality respects its origins and its future. Every byproduct finds purpose. Every watt is measured. Quality isn't a goal achieved, but a standard maintained. Day after day, year after year. In a world that often chooses fast, we choose careful. Where others see commodity, we see craft.
This is the beauty of process. The moment raw becomes refined. The instant heat transforms. The second care becomes cuisine. This is what it's all for. Perfection achieved, promise kept, craft honored. From nature to nurture to now.